Well, hello everybody. My name is Patricia. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all are doing well. So, it's that time again. It's time for me to react. And this time, I'm going to react to somebody by the name of Blair White. Now, this was suggested to me on my last reaction video by a viewer. And so I'm gonna see what's up. I don't know anything about Blair White other than it is a trans woman. And that's all I know. I don't even know what she looks like yet. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do this evening. And I needed to say something, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it wasn't important. Oh yeah, if you hear any background noise, like always, I apologize, but I'm not very mobile right now because I'm still groggy and healing from my recent hospitalization, my surgery, and so I can't like cross my legs. I can't. I mean, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. I have a pillow that I have to keep between my legs, to keep my legs separated for now. But so yeah, and I've been sleeping a lot and everything, so my hair is probably. But whatever, I still wanted to react tonight because I love making videos. So, yeah, I think that is everything. If you're new and you don't have a clue who the hell I am, hi, my name is Patricia, and or Trisha if you prefer, and I do all kinds of cool videos. So check out my channel, and you should find something on there entertaining, hopefully. Anyways, enough jibber jabber. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I grew up in a nuclear, like, husband, wife. I had a brother, a half brother
Okay.
from a previous marriage on my mom's side. But, growing up was like super, I'm still unpacking it now. It was super, there was a lot of trauma. There was a lot of, incidents with just that town in general, like the people in it, like being the only, in the town,
Right.
basically. Because I learned that word by like preschool, from
Oh
the
my
from the
God.
other kids. And I'm like, how do you know that? When I tell that story, and there was a lot of other stuff I've never really been open about that happened, but when I tell those things, it's not like a woe is me thing. It's like I'm telling you what I survived. Like I survived some crazy stuff growing up.
So a lot of it's school and in the town where.
In my family, there was a lot of, I was born into a family of like a bunch of different traumas that they all had. I had an older half brother who was a teenager when I was like in middle school, and he was involved in gangs and,
Oh God.
substance abuse, drug use. My mom's an addict. And then my dad, had a lot of things wrong with him. But so, it was a lot. But again, it's like when I say that, I say it as I cannot believe I survived that. Like I'm actually such a bad bitch. Thinking I'm the first entrepreneur in my family. I'm the first, sort of, successful person really out of my family.
Okay.
Not that I like that, I wish the best for all my family back home, but there's just like a lot of problems.
Okay.
So in my adult life, I'm steering clear.
Well, that's something to be proud of. And I mean, look at you now.
Dude, she looks great. Wow, I knew I was gonna wind up getting jealous. I knew I was gonna end up getting jealous, and sure enough, oh man, I wish I looked that good. I really do.
I like dick. I like it like that. And when I say dick, I mean the kind that you're born with. I'm here for dick. Penis. I like dick. And that's not going to change.
Damn straight.
Now, you have a huge presence on social media, YouTube. You've got more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube alone. You are trans, as you mentioned. In your mind, are trans women women?
No, I believe trans women are trans women. I think that that's a very specific state of being. I certainly, now being more than a decade into my transition, I can recognize certain parallels in my experience with women, because it's not as if I'm just completely foreign to, the way they live and the way they're treated through society, because I've transitioned and I'm recognized as a woman by people who don't know me in public. However, there is a long list of things I'll never experience. And I actually find it quite insulting to both trans people and women, that there is this sort of like, nuance less take out there that trans women are women. I think that it strips both parties of their ability to have real, honest conversations about ways in which they may have a paralleled experience and ways in which they're different. And, I'm often called someone who hates myself by my detractors for saying that I believe that I'm different than a biological woman. However, I actually think it's a sign that I respect myself more, that I don't have to try to convince myself or anyone else that I'm something that I'm not. And I understand that can seem a bit contradictory to someone who maybe isn't so familiar with trans. And they think, well, if you have transitioned, then don't you want to be a woman? I prefer to be recognized that way when I'm out in the world. And that's how I feel comfortable looking and presenting. However, I know very well there's a very stark difference. I do think it's a different category.
Well, absolutely. And you are confident and you know who you are. And I think that's what separates you from some of the activists who are so hypersensitive around things like pronouns, where you seem to have complete agency about who you are and your feelings. And if someone does, someone knows your background, because you obviously look like a woman, but if someone knows your background and they deliberately trying to be hostile and misgendering you, like, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's never happened in real life. Of course, that's something that I would assume happens on a minute-to-minute basis on social media, just because that's how social media is and people are nasty. But, I've found that there's a really stark contrast between the ways in which humans treat each other on the internet and online. So even though I'm a very controversial figure online and I have plenty of people who hate me and plenty of groups that have made me sort of their online target, I really have found that people have been so kind to me in real life. I feel like I've been treated so well just by the world. And I think it's because I give respect, therefore I get it. And I think that that's a lesson that everyone in the trans community who maybe employs those more hostile tactics should probably try. Just try it for a while. Try giving respect to women, trying not stepping on them to be something that you want to be. And I think you'll find that the integration of trans people goes a lot better and people just treat you better because, trans people have existed for generations. I mean, I think the first sex change was like at the beginning of the 20th century, and society for a while kind of had it figured out. People just treated each other well. It wasn't until this recent explosion in the politicization of the topic that people are feeling on edge. And I definitely feel that tension. I feel that people are on edge about it, but I think that if people just learn the concept of mutual respect, that things can get better.
Absolutely. And as you said earlier, to keep children away from the irreversible treatments and surgeries. I think that would go a long way to making everyone a lot more comfortable. Blair White, absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I gotta say, I like Blair. I think she's a cool chick. And she seems like she's pretty level-headed on a bunch of the trans topics that usually get under my skin. She's nothing like Lily Contino, thank goodness, and she passes so well. I am very, very jealous. I'm extremely jealous. I mean, wow. But anyways, guys, and if I lived to be 1,000,000 years old, I would never look that good. But wow. I'm definitely going to be checking out some more of her videos to see what she thinks about various other topics, or trans topics. And yeah, that's 2 of these reactions in a row that I've liked the person I was reacting to. I liked Buck, and I really like Blair. I think she's awesome. So yeah, so far, I love that I Like Dick song too. It was so random, just out of the blue. Like, I just saw it and the title because I can relate to that. I have an affinity for dick too, so don't tell nobody. But anyways, guys, I'm starting to hurt a little bit, so I need to get some rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. But thank y'all for watching. If you're subscribed, like really thank you. Extra special thank you. But I'm also medicated, so give me a break. But yeah, I will see y'all on the next video, guys. I love y'all. Good night.